recommend, just name the kind of man your sister wants and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maiden aunts and she'll match him up. Call on Dolly if your eldest daughter needs a friend. Just name the kind of man your sister wants and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maiden aunts and she'll match him up. Call on
Dolly Levi. That's right, Mrs. Dolly Levi, born Gallagher. Social introductions. Ladies and gentlemen of excellent family, introduced under the most respectable conditions in an atmosphere of elegance and refinement. Object, matrimony. Unfortunately, I won't be able to offer my usual lightning service today, as I have a previous appointment in Yonkers, New York, arranging the second marriage of Mr. Horace Vandergeld with the well-known half-a-millionaire. As my late husband Ephraim Levi always says, that means he's got at least 60,000 cash. But I'll do my best to have you carried across somebody's threshold before the week is out. Now, I might also mention, I'm available for financial consultation, instruction in the guitar and the mandolin, short distance hauling, and varicose veins reduced.
Call on Dolly. She's the one the spinsters recommend. Just name the kind of man your sister wants and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maiden aunts and she'll match him up. Call on
Mrs. Levi. Mr. Kemper, the starving artist. You know, I'm something of an artist myself. I do those silhouettes with scissors and black paper.
Mrs. Levi.
Here's one of Teddy Roosevelt looking the other way. I have to do them like that because I'm no good at noses.
Mrs. Levi, the train for Yonkers leaves in 5 minutes. And if we don't get on that train...
But we will, Mr. Kemper. And not only will Horace Vandergeld give you permission to marry his niece Ermengarde, he will also dance at your wedding. And not alone either, because I happen to be engaged in finding him a suitable second wife himself. What he really wants is someone steady to clean the house. As my late husband Ephraim Levi always said, marriage is a bride to make a housekeeper think she's a householder.
I know all about it, Mrs. Levi. Half New York says he's going to propose to Mrs. Irene Malloy this very afternoon.
Which is exactly why I'm on my way to Yonkers this morning and can take on your case and knock off 4 lovebirds with 1 stone or whatever I'll throw out for you. And well. What do you think of that? I have nothing here to pay my train fare with. Only large bills, 5s and 7s.
I'll buy your ticket for you, Mrs. Levi, but I just hope this isn't a wild goose
And
chase.
speaking of poultry, I'm also available for fresh Jersey eggs, surgical cords reboned, ears pierced, and the pierced ears replugged.
Mrs. Levi!
just name the kind of man your sister wants and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maiden aunts and she'll match him up. Call on.
Tell me, Mrs. Levi, what's in all of this for you?
A living, Mr. Kemper. Some people paint, some sew. I meddle. I've always been a woman who arranges things for the pleasure and the profit it derives. I have always been a woman who arranges things like furniture, daffodils, and lives. When a man with a timid tongue meets a girl with a diffident air, why should the tortured creatures beat around the bush when heaven knows Mother Nature always needs a little push? So I put my hand in here, I put my hand in there, and a girl over 6'3" loves a man who comes up to her ear. Surely It's obvious she'll never be seduced till some kind soul condescends to give her beau a little boost. I put my hand in there, and I put my hand in. I have always been a woman who arranges things. It's my duty to assist the Lord above. I have always been a woman who arranges things like luncheon parties, poker games, and love. My aplomb at cosmetic arts turned a front to a trump lady fair. She had a countenance a little bit like Scrooge, but oh, today you would swear the Lord himself applied the rouge when I put my hand in here. Stir a little, him a little, her a little, shape a little, mold a little. Some poor chap gets sold a little. When I use my fist a little, some young bride gets kissed a little. Pressure with the thumbs, matrimony comes when I put my hand in there.
Mrs. Levi!
I know, Mr. Kemper, the Yonkers train is ready to leave now. Get us a window seat, order us a good hot lunch, and I'll meet you on board. Ephraim Levi, I'm going to get married again. I'm going to marry Horace Vandergeld for his money and send it out circulating among the people like rainwater, the way you taught me. And I want a sign from you sometime today that you approve. Oh, it won't be a marriage in the sense that we had one, but I shall certainly make him happy. And I'm tired, Ephraim. I'm tired of living hand to mouth. So I want that sign.
Mrs. Levi!
Sometime today. Now don't you worry, Mr. Kemper. We'll make that train. We'll get to Yonkers. You'll marry Ermengarde.
How?
Oh, I don't know. One thing will lead to another. Just leave everything to me. For when my little pinky wiggles, some young maiden gets the giggles, then I make my knuckles active. My, he says she's so attractive. Then I move my index digit and they both begin to fidget. Then I clench my palm, the preacher reads a psalm when I put my hand in there.
Expected to play Yonkers, my Yonkers, with all that bellowing in my ears.
I can't help it, Uncle. I love Ambrose Kemper.
And I say you don't.
But I do.
No, you don't. You leave love to me, Ermengarde. I'll tell you when you're in it and when you're not. And right now, you're not.
But I am.
You're not. Here, take this. Hey, I had a talk with that artist of yours.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did. He's a fool. And you're too young to be in love with anybody.
I'm not too young. I'm 17. And in another year, I'll be an old maid.
Well, I forbid it. Dare to be an old maid, Ermengarde, and I'll cut you off without a cent. Don't cry in the store. Scare off the customers.
I can't help it. I'm unhappy.
By thunder, you'll go and weep for a while in New York, where it won't be noticed. Go upstairs and start packing your trunk. And don't get any tears on the lock. It was just oil. Cornelius, Barnaby.
You stamped Mr. Van de Gelder?
Yes, I did. I got news for you both. I'm going to New York City this afternoon to march in the 14th Street Parade, and when I come back, you're going to have a mistress.
I'm too young, Mr. Van der Gelder.
Not your mistress, hell and damnation, mine.
Oh.
I mean, I'm getting married again to a very refined lady, and in honor of that occasion, I've decided to promote you, Cornelius, to chief clerk.
And what am I now, Mr. Van de Gelder?
You're an impertinent fool, that's what you are. And I'm promoting you from impertinent fool to chief clerk. Any more questions?
Yes.
What?
Does the chief clerk get one evening off a week?
No, sir. You'll attend to the store as usual. This is the first time I've been away from the store overnight. When I come back, I want to hear you run the place perfectly in my absence. Now get back to work. And don't forget to put the lid on the sheep dip. Evening's off. Marrying artists. Foolishness. 99% of the people in this world are fools. And the rest of us are in great danger of contamination. Why, even I was once young, which was foolish, and fell in love, which was foolish, and got married, which was foolish, and was poor, which was more foolish than anything else. Then my wife died, which was foolish of her. I grew older, which was sensible of me, and became rich, friendless, and mean, which in Yonkers is about as far as you can go. Oh, I know what you're wondering now. Why a man of so much good sense should be planning anything as foolish as getting married again. The answer's simple. This house without a woman would be an empty shell. And pretty dirty, too. It takes a woman all powdered in pink to joyously clean out the drain in the sink. Then it takes an angel with long golden lashes and soft-dressed fingers for dumping the ashes.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
The frail young maiden was constantly there for washing and bluing and shoeing the mare. And it takes a female for setting the table and weaning the Guernsey and cleaning the stable.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. And so she'll work until infinity. 3 cheers for femininity. Rah, 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 F-E-M-I-T-Y.
Get out of here! And in the winter she'll shovel the ice and lovingly set out the traps for the mice. She's a joy and treasure, but practically speaking, to whom can you turn when the plumbing is leaking?
That dainty woman, that fragile woman, that sweetheart, that mistress, that wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman,
A husky woman.
to bring you the sweet things in life. Oh yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to
out of here, are you?
Congratulations, congratulations, 1,000 congratulations.
What?
Congratulations, Mr. Vandergelder. All New York is buzzing with the news that you've practically proposed to Irene Malloy. The streets are lined with eligible young ladies prostrate with grief. All my congratulations and sympathy.
Sympathy?
Oh, did I say that? With the tongue, that's all. No, I'm delighted with the happy news. After all, she wasn't easy to unload. By that I mean, well, you know what people said, although I, for one, never believed the rumors. No, I didn't.
Rumors? What rumors?
Oh, nothing to get upset about, Mr. Vandergelder. I mean, according to all known facts, her first husband passed on quite naturally. It's just that he went so sudden. A few spoons of chowder she made special for him and... But it could happen to anybody. No, there's no truth in it. Just one word of advice, Mr. Vandergelder. Eat out.
Mrs. Levi, you mean to say that Mrs.
I
Malloy...
mean to say nothing, Mr. Vandergelder. Just friendly advice. Keep away from the chowder. And by the way, she's ordered her wedding gown. Beautiful, you should see it. Black. Well, as I said before, Mr. Vandergelder, congratulations on your forthcoming nuptials, and may you rest in... May guardian angels watch over you both. Particularly at dinner.
Look here, Mrs. Levi, you introduced me to Mrs. Malloy, and rumors are not. I still intend paying another call on it this afternoon as arranged.
Very well, Mr. Vandergelder. Then there's nothing more for me to do except to go back to New York and tell the other girl, the heiress, not to wait.
What did you say?
Nothing. A word. Heiress.
Particulars. Mrs. Levi, I demand particulars. Her name.
Her name. Money. Ernestina Money.
What a lovely, lovely name.
Picture, if you will. Hair as shiny as a newly minted dime. Eyes as big round as silver dollars. Skin as soft and mossy as an old greenback.
I can feel her now.
Age 19. Height 5'2". Waist 47.
Waist 47?
That's what the money belt. Now I can arrange for you to meet with Ernestina this very afternoon.
I ain't got time, Mrs. Levi. I gotta bring my niece Ermengarde to New York this afternoon until she forgets a certain fortune hunter named Ambrose Kemper.
Mr. Vandergelder, I could do that for you. I know just how to handle such things.
Then I'm marching in the 14th Street Parade.
What an amazing coincidence. You'll never guess who has been chosen to ride on the main float. The spirit of 14th Street. Miss Money!
No!
Her mother was a cash, you know.
Mrs. Levi, I'll meet Miss Money at the parade. But I still intend paying another call on Mrs. Malloy first.
Oh, dear, what races you make me run. Very well, Mr. Vandergelder, I'll meet you on that bench in front of Mrs. Malloy's hat shop at 2:30 as usual.
Oh, one more thing, Mrs. Levi. Suppose I decide against Mrs. Malloy and I don't like Miss Money either.
Well, then I happen to have one more name on my list. A name I know as well as my own. But let's not go into that now. It'll come up by itself all in good time. Don't you worry about that. Oh, but wait till you see Ernestina Horace. A vision. A dream.
It takes a woman all powdered and pink to joyously clean out the drain in the sink. And it takes an angel with long golden lashes and soft resin fingers for dumping the ashes.
Yes, it takes a woman. Oh, yes, it takes a woman. La da 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 dee da. Da da da. You know, Ephraim, I think I'm going to have this room done over in blue wallpaper. Yes, in blue. Ermengarde
years I'll be promoted to chief clerk again. 33 years old and I still don't get an evening free. When am I going to begin to live?
You can live on holidays, Cornelius.
You forget what we did last Christmas? All those canned tomatoes went bad and exploded, and you and I ended up cleaning up the mess all afternoon. You call that living?
No!
Barnaby, you and I are going to New York.
You mean close the store?
Uh-huh.
Cornelius, we can't!
We'll have to. Some more rotten tomato cans are going to explode.
How do you know?
I'm going to light this candle under them, that's how.
Holy cabooses!
It'll make such a smell customers won't be able to come in for 24 hours. Oh, we're going to New York, Barnaby. We're going to live. We're going to have a good meal. We're going to be in danger. We're going to spend our money. We're going to get arrested.
Holy cabooses!
One more thing. We're not coming back to Yonkers until we've each kissed a girl.
Cornelius, you can't do that. You don't know any girls.
I'm 33 years old. I got to start sometime.
I'm only 17, Cornelius. It isn't so urgent for me.
Barnaby, you might as well know right now that everybody goes through life kissing right and left all the time.
Well, thanks for telling me, Cornelius. I often wondered.
New York, Barnaby, elevated trains.
No.
The lights of Broadway.
No.
The stuffed whale at Barnum's Museum.
A stuffed whale?
A stuffed whale. What do you say, Barnaby?
Yes, Cornelius, yes!
Now, the first thing we do is show Horace Vandergelder that you are financially independent. I know. I'll find you a job. Can you dance?
I'm an artist, Mrs. Levi. I paint.
Very well, then. My card.
Mrs. Dolly Levi, painters taught how to dance.
Now, there's a man, Rudolph Reisenberger, at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant on 14th Street. I'll give you a note for him, and we'll see if he can't have you both entered into the poker contest tonight. The prize is a week's engagement and a solid gold cup. Oh, the cups we won, Ephraim and me.
Well, hold on, Mrs. Levi. No fiancé of mine is going to set foot in a cafe.
No!
And I don't mind saying I'm surprised you have acquaintances in a place like that.
Not acquaintances, Mr. Kemper. Friends. Dear friends from days gone by. My late husband, Ephraim Levi, believed in life and any place you could find it. Cafes, ballrooms, yes, even theaters. Why, even when times were bad, every Saturday night like clockwork, down those stairs at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant we came, Ephraim and me.
Well, it's all very well to come down like clockwork, Mrs. Levi, but you're asking Ermengarde to work there.
It's the only way to show Horace Vandergelder that we mean business. Now, you go to the Harmonia Gardens this afternoon and say, Mrs. Levi sent you. And incidentally, tell Rudolph that Dolly's coming back. And I want a table for two and a chicken for 8 o'clock tonight. Now, let's get you packed.
The bottom row looks all right, Cornelius. Now hold the candle under the ones on top. No, not too close. They're swelled up like they're ready to bust. No, holy cabooses! Oh, Cornelius, I can smell it up here.
Let's get dressed, Barnaby. We're going to New York. Out there's a world outside of Yonkers. Out there beyond this hill town, Barnaby. There's a slight town, Barnaby. Out there, full of shine, full of sparkle. Close your eyes and see it glisten, Barnaby. Listen, Barnaby. Put on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of worlds out there. Get up the brilliantine and dime cigars. We're gonna find adventure in the evening air. Girls in white in a perfume night where the lights are bright as the stars. Put on your Sunday clothes, we're gonna ride through town. In one of those new horse-drawn open cars. We'll see the shows that tell logic close, and we'll close the town in a whirl, and we won't come home until we've kissed a girl.
Put on your Sunday clothes when you feel down and out. Strut down the street and have your picture told. Dress like a dream, your spirits seem to turn around. That Sunday shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you know. It's alive! I gave a whinny like a young colt, and off I went. Yeah!
Come on, Carnegie! We're going to New York! Elevated trains, the lights of Broadway! Cabooses! The stuffed whale at Barnum's Museum! Wow!
Put on your Sunday clothes when you feel down and out. Remember things and have your picture took. Just like a dream, your spirit seemed to turn about. That Sunday shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you look. Beneath your parasol, the world is all a smile that makes you feel brand new down to your toes. Get out your feathers, your patent leathers, your beads and buckles and bows, for there's no blue Monday in your Sunday clothes. Beneath your bowler brim, the world's a simple song, a lovely lilt that makes you tilt your nose. Get out your slippers, your flannel knickers, your net suspenders and hose, for there's no blue Monday in your Sunday clothes.
Oh my gosh, stop sniveling. Don't cry on the valises. We haven't missed the train yet, thank the Lord. Lovely, you're improving now. Get all 11 pieces. We're 7 minutes late. All aboard!
Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. When I find adventure in the air.
tell you. What marriage? Oh, I thought you knew. Why, the marriage Mrs. Levi is arranging between Mr. Horace Vandergelder, the well-known Yonkers half-a-millionaire, and my employer and friend, Mrs. Irene Malloy. Although, if you ask me, he'll never take the place of her late husband, Mr. Peter Malloy. May he rest in peace wherever he is, I'm not sure. Oh, it's all too much. Well, with late husbands and new marriages, and on top of everything else, Miss Mortimer returning this hat for the 3rd time. Same old story, she wants more cherries and feathers. Cherries and feathers to catch a bow, I suppose, although, if you ask me, she'd do much better with a nice, heavy veil. Oh, ribbons down our back, I told her. Ribbons down our back is what we'll be wearing this summer if we want to catch a gentleman's eye, but she'd have none of it. Cherries and feathers she wants, on today of all days, when that poor dear sweet Mrs. Malloy has enough on her mind With what, Minnie? With the door! It's stuck. It's stuck? Oh, then push.
All right, Minnie, let's have it. That's right, the question that's been on the tip of your tongue all week. Go on, say it. Why am I marrying Horace Vandergelder?
Oh, Mrs. Malloy, I didn't ask you that. I would rather die on the rack than ask you such a personal question. But as long as you did bring it up.
I am marrying Horace Vandergelder for one reason and one reason alone, Minnie. To get away from the millinery business. I hate hats.
Mrs. Malloy!
And I can no longer stand being suspected of being a wicked woman with nothing to show for it.
Oh, Mrs.
Oh,
Malloy!
don't protest, Minnie. All millineresses are suspected of being wicked women. Why, half the ladies come into this shop just to look at me. That's why I can't go to restaurants or balls or theaters. That's all the proof they need. Take my word for it, Minnie. Either I marry Horace Vandergelder or I break out of this place like a fire engine.
But do you love him?
No, Minnie, I don't. No, Peter Malloy, God rest him, was my share of love. And once is enough for a woman, as long as it's true love, and it was that. Oh, not Miss Mortimer again.
Miss Mortimer, I'll take care of it.
No, Minnie, leave it be. Well, you can make another hat for Miss Mortimer if you like. I'm wearing this one myself.
Mrs. Malloy, you can't. You're a widow, and that hat, well, it's provocative, that's what.
Is it, Minnie? Well, who knows who may walk into the shop today, and provocative may be just what I want to be.
Mrs. Malloy! Oh, Mrs. Malloy! Mrs. Malloy!
I'll be wearing ribbons down my back this summer, blue and green and streaming in the yellow sky. So if someone special comes my way this summer, he might notice me passing by. And so I'll try to make it easier to find me in the stillness of July, because a breeze might stir a rainbow behind me that might happen to catch the gentleman's eye, and he might smile and take me by the hand this summer, making me recall how lovely love can be. And so I will proudly wear ribbons down my back, shining in my hair, that he might notice me.
Mrs. Malloy, and you with all that talk about love.
Oh, love enough I've had, Minnie. It's a bit of adventure I could do with now. We'll get them all heated up, and then we'll drop them cold. It'll be good practice for married life.
Why, Mrs. Malloy, I think they are just awful, the things you're saying today.
Well, yes, I'm enjoying them myself, too. Now, you go back into the workroom, Minnie. I know some ways we can perk up our appearances. Besides, a bit of a wait will only make them nervous and easier for us to...
If you say vampire, I'll scream.
Vampire. And so I'll try to make it easier to find me in the stillness of July, because a breeze might stir a rainbow behind me that might happen to catch the gentleman's eye. Oh, Minnie, we'll get an adventure out of this yet!
Get an adventure out of this yet, Barnaby. All day long we wander around New York and nothing happens. Then we come to the quietest street in the city and suddenly...
Vandergelder!
Ah, is he still out there?
He's sitting on that bench. Cornelius, are you sure this is an adventure?
You don't have to ask, Barnaby. When you're in one, you'll know it all, right?
Maybe I wouldn't, Cornelius.
I'll tell you what. Let's arrange a signal. I'll say to you, pudding. I'll say pudding to you. If it's an adventure, we're in.
Pudding?
Pudding. How much money have we got left?
Not much, Cornelius. 40 cents for the train back, 30 cents for dinner, and 20 cents to see the whale. 90 cents. Why?
When those women come out, we'll have to pretend to be customers. Maybe the best thing to do is make them think we're rich. That way we won't have to spend anything. We're two men about town. Looking for hats for ladies. Good afternoon, Mrs.
Malone!
Ah! Here, Cornelius Hackle.
Here, Barnaby Tucker.
My pleasure, gentlemen. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, you see, we're two ladies about town.
He means for hats, and we want to buy some ladies to put under them.
We want a hat, that's all. For a lady, of course. And everyone said to come to Mrs. Malloy's because she's so pretty. I mean, her hats are so pretty.
And so reasonable, Cornelius. As reasonable as under $1 would still leave us enough to see the whale.
You gotta pay him no mind, ma'am. He's come all the way from Yonkers to see the stuffed whale, and he's all excited. Just keep an eye on that street, Barnaby, and maybe you'll see it pass by.
Excuse me, but did you say Yonkers, Mr. Hagel?
Oh, yes, ma'am, Yonkers, and forgive me for saying this, but you should see Yonkers. By that I mean perhaps Mr. Malloy would like to see Yonkers, too.
Oh, I'm a widow, Mr. Hackle.
You are? Barnaby, she's a widow! Oh, that's too bad. I'm sure Mr. Malloy would have loved to have seen Yonkers, especially in that hat. I mean on you, of course, not Mr. Malloy. May he rest in peace. You're Catholic, aren't you? Well, don't let that worry you. I'd be willing to change. Mrs. Malloy, if you should happen to have a Sunday free in the near future, I'd be more than willing to show you Yonkers from top to bottom.
Well, as a matter of fact, Mr. Hackle, I might be there sooner than you think.
Oh, really?
You see, I have a friend who lives in Yonkers.
Do you?
Oh, perhaps you know him.
Perhaps we do.
Although, it's always so foolish to ask in cases like that, isn't it? It's a Mr. Vandergelder.
Horace Vandergelder?
A Vandergelder's hay and feed?
Do you know him?
No.
Well, Mr. Vandergelder's a substantial man and well-liked, they tell me.
Oh, lovely, just lovely. Has only one fault as far as I know. He's tough as nails. Other than that, lovely man.
With a large circle of friends?
Oh, indeed, 3 or 4.
Cornelius, I think he's...
Beg your pardon, Miss Malloy. What an attractive shop you have here. Barnaby, notice all the interesting doors and cupboards and this precious piece of furniture with the low-hanging cloth.
Now, I wonder if your friend might like this one.
Look out! Begging your pardon, Miss Malloy.
Gentlemen, what are you doing?
We'll explain later, Miss Malloy.
No, you come out of there this minute!
Where's citizens can be, Mrs. Malloy?
Well, really?
Cornelius, pudding?
Pudding!
Mr. Hackle! Mr. Tucker!
Gelder.
Mrs. Malloy. I suppose Mrs. Levi is in here, is she? She was supposed to meet me on that bench 10 minutes ago. Well, she can just go looking for me if she comes. When I make an appointment, I like people to be on time. Oh, yes. Here's a present for you. Chocolate-covered peanuts. Unshelled. That's the expensive kind. Did I just see you talking with two men?
Men? Oh, men, Mr. Vandergelder. What would men be doing in a hat shop? So, Mr. Vandergelder, what's new in the hay and feed business? I understand you have 3 friends, all hard as nails.
What on earth are you talking about?
Yonkers. I understand it's a very beautiful city.
And who's been telling you about Yonkers, may I ask?
And nobody? A friend.
Oh, what friend?
Well, you see, he?
A
customer, Mr. Vandergelder. Someone quite well-to-do, as a matter of fact. He was just in here buying hats for ladies. Well, you might even know him, although it's usually silly to ask in cases like that, isn't it? It's a Mr. Cornelius Hackle.
Ow!
Ow!
Did you say Hackle?
Why, yes.
He happens to be my head clerk. That's all, Mrs. Malloy. I demand an explanation.
And I'm going to give it to you. Why shouldn't you know Cornelius Hackle? Everybody in New York knows Cornelius Hackle. He's here at the Opera, in all the fashionable homes. Why, he's at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant 3 nights a week.
Impossible. He only has $146.35, and I keep it in my own safe.
Mr. Vandergelder, you're killing me. He's one of the Hackles. They built the canal.
What canal?
The A. Both.
It ain't the same man.
Who took the horses from Jenny Lynn's carriage and pulled her through the streets? Cornelius Hackle. And who dressed up as a waiter at the Fifth Avenue Hotel and dropped an oyster down Mrs. Astor's? I can't say it, but it was Cornelius. He's the playboy of New York.
Why, Dolly.
Now, Irene, don't deny it. I can see you were taken with him just like everybody else.
Dolly, what are you saying? I've only seen him once in my life. Excuse me? Of course. Thank you. Yes, I did. The ones up there just lie down.
There's a man!
Oh, look here. If there's a man in that closet.
No, Mr. Vandergelder, you can't. It's too dangerous.
No man that hides in ladies' closets can frighten me, Mrs. Levi. Stand aside.
No man indeed. I'm sure you'd make short work of any man. Those muscles, I can see them rippling back and forth under your coat. Ripple. Back and forth.
For the last time, Mrs. Levi, will you stand aside?
Stand indeed. That's exactly what the courts will want to know when you're accused of entering this closet without a search warrant. I mean, what do you stand for? You don't stand for the law of this great land. I know what I stand for. I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lunch for orphans. Take off your hat, sir. Betsy Ross's flag is passing. Do you see him on the hill at Gettysburg, neath that great triumphal arch? If you see him as he's trampling through the graves of wrath, stand up and march, march, march.
Has this not affected you, sir? I came here at 14 years of age, an immigrant girl from a land that oppressed my people. And I must echo here what was said by that great and patriotic American,
Moses.
I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lunch for orphans. Oh, take off your hat, sir. There's a tear-stained eagle passing. Do you see him on the bridge of Waterloo? Near that great triumphal arch. If you hear him singing Dixie in the sugar cane, stand up and march, march, march.
man in this closet. God bless you.
Mrs. Malloy?
All right, Mr. Vandergelder, there is a man in that cupboard.
Aha!
And another one underneath that table.
What the devil?
There also happens to be a very simple explanation. But for the present, good afternoon.
Good Lord, the whole room is crawling with men. I'll never get over it. I take it I'll see you later this afternoon, Mr. Vandergelder.
You certainly will, Mrs. Levi, with a certain young lady on the main float at the end of the parade. Mrs. Malloy, I shan't trouble you again, and vice versa.
Mrs. Malloy, I can explain everything.
I do not wish to hear any explanations, Mr. Hackle. Just you and Mr. Tucker do me the pleasure of leaving my shop at once, or I send for Officer Gogarty.
Well, Irene, if you ask me, calling officers letting them off too easy. The law carts, that's where they belong. I've been adding up the legal offenses these two have committed, and believe me, you've got grounds for at least 2 writs, a non-compos mentis, and a garnishee. Now, the main thing is to show that you tried to settle it amicably first. Have dinner with them.
Dinner?
Is that absolutely necessary, Dolly?
It's the way things are done in the law, Irene. Dinner first, garnishee afterward.
Well, if it must be, Mr. Hackle, Mr. Tucker, you may take Miss Fay and myself to dinner.
Delighted to, Mrs. Malloy. I speak for Barnaby, too. Now I hear there's a very nice restaurant in the railway station.
Oh, no, Mr. Hackle. If the Harmonia Gardens is good enough for your fashionable friends, it's good enough for us.
Oh, we couldn't go there, Mrs. Malloy. Now, don't misunderstand me. It isn't the money or anything. It's the whale. It's the whale. No, it's the dancing. You see, they have dancing in a place like that. Exhibitions, even contests, and I don't know how, and it would take me weeks, months, years to learn. And Mrs. Dolly Levi, 33-year-old chief clerks, taught how to dance.
Just give me 5 minutes of your time, Mr. Hackle, and I'll have you dancing in the streets. We'll start with the waltz kick turn, lesson 7. It's very simple. Right foot touch, left foot touch, under, back, around, touch, back, through, around, behind, out, over, back, release, release, unfurl. Wonderful. When I think of the lucky women who are going to find heaven in your arms. Let's go back to lesson 1. Put your hand on her waist and stand with her right in your left hand, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Look, I'm dancing! Oh, well, I was.
Of course you were, Mr. Hackle. Take love, someone whose arms you're in. Hold on to her tight and spin. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Wow, I'm dancing!
Turn around and turn around, try floating through the air. Can't you be a little more aesthetic?
Don't you think my dancing has some polish and a flair?
The word I think I'd use is athletic.
For my heart is about to burst. My head is about to pop. And now that I'm dancing, who cares if I ever stop? Look at me, I'm Cornelius Hackle's sport
and glide.
And everyone, stand aside! Look who's there!
You can learn to polka if you worked a week or so, or the tango filled with passion seething.
I might join the chorus of the Castle Garden show!
Whatever you do, for gosh sake, keep breathing!
For my heart is about to burst. My head is about to pop. And now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop?
When there's someone you hardly know and wish you were closer to, remember that he can be near to you while you're dancing. Though you've only just said hello, he suddenly someone all your daydreams appear to you while you're dancing. Make the music leave a spell, whirl away your worries. Things look almost twice as well when they're slightly blurry.
As around and around you go, your spirits will hit the top. And now that we're dancing,
Who cares if we ever stop? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop?
same. Pains in my back, aches in my side, stabs in my liver. I'm fine. My daughter Fanny got married, you know.
Did she?
A year ago last September. It's been such a long time since you lived here, Mrs. Levi. Such a long, long time.
Ephraim, let me go. It's been long enough, Ephraim. Every evening for all these years, I put out the cat. I locked the door, I made myself a little rum toddy, and before I went to bed, I said a prayer, thanking God that I was independent and that no one else's life was mixed up with mine. Then one night, an oak leaf fell out of my Bible. I placed it there when you asked me to marry you, Ephraim. A perfectly good oak leaf, but now without color and without life. And I suddenly realized that I was like that oak leaf. For years I had not shed a single tear, nor had I been filled with the wonderful hope that something or other would turn out well. And so I've decided to rejoin the human race. And Ephraim, I want you to give me away. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get in step while there's still time left. Before the parade passes by,
Mrs. Levi, come along. Cornelius is taking us down to see the 14th Street Parade. Everybody will be marching.
Why, Irene, you're crying.
Oh, Dolly, the world is full of wonderful things. Come with us, Dolly.
I will, Irene. I will. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna go and chase Saturday's high life. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front. I've had enough of just passing by. With the rest of them, with the best of them, I can hold my head up high. For I gotta go again, I gotta drive again. I'm gonna feel my heart coming alive again. Before the parade passes by. Look at that crowd up ahead. Listen and hear that brass harmony growing. Look at that crowd up ahead. And pardon me if my old spirit is showing. All of those lights over there seem to be telling me where I'm going. And the whistles blow, and the cymbals crash, and the sparklers light the sky. I'm gonna raise the roof, I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone, give me an old baton. Before the parade passes by.
Passes by. Listen and hear that brass harmony growing when the parade passes by. Pardon me if my old spirit is showing. All those lights over there seem to be telling me where I'm going. When the whistles blow and the cymbals crash and the sparklers light the sky, I'm gonna raise the roof, I'm gonna carry on.
I'm on my way. Hey. That's my fiancée. Stop. Thief. You put that back. I paid for that girl. I want all the parts. Miss Money, what have they done to you? Mrs. Levi, what is the meaning of this?
Nothing to get upset about, Horace. A last-minute substitution. Miss Money had a sudden urgent business appointment at the Mint. They ran a little short, so she's helping out. But she'll meet you in front of the Harmonia Gardens restaurant at 8 o'clock tonight.
That's the most expensive restaurant in the city.
That's why I'm glad you suggested it. By the way, I might be a little bit late, but Miss Money will meet you in front of the restaurant. Oh, Horace, wait till you see her. All in buttercup yellow with baby pink shoes and humming an old-fashioned tune. Sweet Rosie O'Grady. Oh, you couldn't miss her if you tried.
I'll be there, Dolly, but only because I already paid for the introduction and I might as well get my money's worth. But from this point on, you are hereby discharged as my marriage broker. Is that clear? From now on, Dolly Gallagher, you're just a woman like anyone else. Where are you taking me? What's happening?
Ephraim, he's as good as mine. I'm gonna raise the roof. I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone. Give me an old guitar. Before the parade.
Like you could use a little help. So I'm going to help you the best way I know by giving you $500,000 worth of advice. A living is made by selling something everybody needs at least once a year. And $1 million is made by selling something they need every day. And an artist's painted picture of a cow in the sunset is something nobody needs never. Yes, a successful business is the greatest work of art on earth. The true American artist is the man who can build this penny into 500,000 of these dollars. I put a penny in my pocket, and in a little time, that penny in my pocket had grown into a dime. And in a little longer, a quarter jingled up. I put the quarter in the teapot, and I waited till the teapot had $1 in the spout. I put the $1 in my mattress, and had some pleasant dreams, till suddenly my mattress was bursting at the seams. And that's how I acquired the wealth I now possess. That little penny was the secret, yes, that penny was the secret of my success. And that is not exactly how it happened. It's sort of true. I had a penny in my pocket, and not another suit. And with my only shirt tail, I shined a rich man's shoe. He threw me down a nickel, admiring my skill. I gave the nickel to a blind man, and the blind man left me all his meager savings in his will. I bought myself a wagon for hauling lots of ice. I cut the ice to ice cubes and got a higher price. I shaved the cubes to ices for still a higher fee. But big tycoons are very enterprising in your organizing, so you must come work for me. En route to work next morning, I hung the lady cross. The lady was, you guessed it, the mother of the boss. The boss said, you're promoted, I need you at my side. And then I met the boss's daughter, and I wed the boss's daughter, and quite suddenly she died. I bought myself an acre, a silo and a steed. All Yonkers started buying my grain and hay and feed. And now I've $500,000. But proudly I confess that in my pocket is that penny, yes, that shiny little penny. It's that penny that's the secret of my success.
Let's go!
Mr. Hackle, we've just loved looking at the lights of 42nd Street for the past 4 hours, but now perhaps you'd better call us a hack, or we won't make it to the Harmonia Gardens on time. Oh, look, there's one.
Oh, no, we couldn't do that, Mrs. Malloy. It isn't the money or anything. No. It's just that nowadays, elegant people never take hacks.
Tax is out.
They all go by streetcar.
Streetcars is in.
Just think, I've been elegant all my life and never knew it.
Of course, if you want to be really elegant,
We do.
you walk.
Yes, New York. It's really us, Barnaby and Cornelius.
All the guests of Mr. Hackle are feeling great and look spectacular.
What a knack there is to that acting like a born aristocrat. We got elegance. If you ain't got elegance, you can never, never carry it off. All are well-bred, every many thing has pedigree.
Exercise your wildest whims tonight. We are out with diamond gems tonight.
Could they be misleading us?
Silver spoons were used for feeding us. We got elegance. If you ain't got elegance, you can never, ever carry it off. Middle class, don't speak of it, savoir faire. We reek of it, some were born with rags and patches, but we use dollar bills for matches and
Vanderbilt kowtows to us.
JP Morgan scrapes and bows to us. We got elegance. We were born with elegance.
Have you noticed when I hold my cup, the saucer never moves?
And the way I keep my pinky up into you, but only please.
Yes, we got elegance. We got built in elegance and with elegance. We'll carry on. We got elegance. Elegance. You can never, ever carry it off.
Vinny, look! They're counting their money again. Isn't that just like the rich? Well, gentlemen, aren't you going to escort us in?
Of course, Mrs. Malloy. Barnaby. start inside, may I?
Yes, Mr. Hackle?
May I put my arm around your waist?
Yes, Mr. Hackle. But I might as well warn you. A corset is a corset.
It is my order as head waiter of the Harmonia Gardens restaurant and Josephine Commander. And tonight, all nights, our usual lightning service will be twice as lightning as ever. Or else! The private dining rooms cost a bit more, but they do afford the best view of the entertainment.
$1, Cornelius, that's all that's left. Are you short-counted again?
Prepare yourself for a big night, Minnie. We're out with two of New York's best-known sports.
I did make a mistake, Cornelius. It's only 90 cents. I'll count it once more. No, don't! We can't afford it!
I'm gonna order everything on the menu. Waiter!
For Mrs. Levi and party.
And who do you think I am? Only it's Horace Vandergelder und party. She's in my party. I ain't in hers.
Yeah. Mr. Vandergelder, of course. It's just that Mrs. Levi mentioned nothing about you bringing your...
My personal physician. That's enough rouge, Doctor.
Mrs. Levi only ordered a chicken for two.
Chicken? Chicken's a deer.
Und pâté maison, soupe du jour und pomme soufflé.
Why didn't you tell me this was a Chinese restaurant? We'll take 2 bowls of rice. Now get out. Now, Miss Money, I understand you carry respectable sums in your belt.
Yeah, $2. Only it's in my garter.
Great grindstones, what a sensible girl. Waiter, bring us 4 glasses of beer, some cheese, and a loaf of yesterday's bread.
Yesterday's bread? Oh, Cornelius. Now I know how you keep half of New York in stitches all the time. Minnie, have you ever eaten pheasant?
Pheasant!
You ashamed of something?
Oh, it's not that. I just felt a slight chill.
Ah, well, why didn't you say so? Here, I'll loan you this. Now, let's order something to hold us till the rice comes. Waiter, what do you bring? A roast succulent pig with chestnut and oyster stuffing, cheese fondue, and some lady fingers. Now what'll you have?
question, Cornelius, but I'm sure the pheasants are fresh. We'll take 4, please, and a nice red wine.
Wait a minute, no wine! No wine!
No wine?
Champagne! Champagne and Neapolitan ice cream and hot house peaches. Once in a lifetime, Barnaby. Give the band leader a nickel. No, 2. And tell him to play to a wild rose. We want music while we die.
This is a cafe, is it not? Let's dance.
Oh, no. No, the Vandergelders do not dance, Miss Money. We're Presbyterian.
All right, I'll dance myself. Give him $2 for the band leader, will ya? And tell him to play something refined. I'm gonna do the hoochie coochie.
All right, Cornelius, I'll send for the band, but promise you won't order anything else.
You wait here, Miss Money. I'll tell him to play a nice waltz. Tell him to play a waltz.
Here's 10 cents for the band leader. Would you tell him to play,
Miss Money!
And 2 more pheasants, please!
Cornelius!
Sir! My purse!
My wallet!
What? Here, you, that's my purse.
Excuse me, but that's my wallet. I know it's mine because there's nothing in it. But a quarter, 6 dimes, 5 pennies, and a... Cornelius? Cornelius? Did he say 2 more pheasants? Make it 3. 4! Pheasants for the house! And never mind if we don't see the whale, I'll buy one of my own! Sir!
What's this shouting? How many times have I told you not to shout? This is the Harmonia Gardens restaurant, not one of
But
those.
sir, she's here! The lady!
What? Are you sure, Mike?
Like you told me, sir. 8 o'clock on the nose, out pulls a carriage, and out steps the lady in a red dress!
It's she, Mrs. Levi, she's back!
Oh! Is it true? I heard someone laughing outside the kitchen window, and it sounded like...
It's Dolly. Fritz, tell the man. She just stepped out of a carriage.
No! It's true, no?
It's true, yeah!
After 10 years, Rudy, it's like old times again.
She's here! weird.
Hello, Harry, well, hello. It's so nice to be back home where I belong. You're looking so well, Danny, I can tell. Manny, you're still glowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. I feel the room swaying for the bands are playing one of my old favorite songs from way back when. So reach that gap, fellas, find me a vacant lap, fellas, Dolly, you'll never go away again. Fellas, I'm staying where I'm at. Fella,
Promise you'll never go away again.
I went away from the lights of 14th Street and into my personal haze. But now that I'm back in the lights of 14th Street, tomorrow will be brighter than the good old days.
Those good old days. Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly.
Glad to see you, Hank. Let's thank my kiss you.
Your lucky star.
Oh, you're looking so great, Stanley. My goodness, you lost an awful lot of weight, Stanley. You're a shadow of your former self. Dolly's overjoyed and overwhelmed and overwhelmed.
I hear the
La,
eyes,
la, la, la,
see the
la,
light,
la, 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 la.
and you still get glances from us handsome men. So
Golly gee, fellas, find me an empty knee, fellas.
Dolly, you'll never go away
I got it all on tonight. You're doing like fantastic.
Dolly? Dolly Gallagher? What are you doing in that getup? And you're half an hour late, and I demand an explanation.
Ernestina!
Exactly.
Ernestina, whom I trusted.
She wanted to do the hoochie coochie.
Well, she always was artistic. Now, Horace, I'm going to have our table move right down front. There's someone in the dance competition I particularly want you to see. Now, don't let's say another word about it. I'm as shocked as you are. I can't eat a thing. What have you ordered?
What you wanted, a chicken. Now see here, Mrs. Levi, about that hoochie coochie girl.
Did you say a chicken? Oh, I don't think I could face a chicken. Not a chicken, not today.
Well, good, then cancel the chicken.
And bring a turkey.
What are you doing now?
Nothing. Just looking the place over, getting acquainted with the surroundings.
That's the trouble with you, Dolly. Always want to know everything. Always putting your nose in other people's affairs. Anybody who married you would get as nervous as a cat.
What's that you're saying?
I said anybody who married you.
Horace Vanderbilt would get that idea right out of your head this minute. I'm surprised that you would even mention such a thing. Understand once and for all, I have no intention of marrying you.
I didn't mean that.
Well, I certainly do hope not. Horace Vanderbilt, you go your way, and I'll go mine. I'm not some Irene Malloy, whose head can be turned by a few chocolate-covered peanuts. Why, the idea of you even suggesting such a thing.
Mrs. Levi, you misunderstood me.
Well, I certainly do hope not. But if I had any intention of marrying again, it would be to a far more pleasure-loving man than you. However, we won't discuss it anymore. Here's the waiter with our food. I'll serve Mr. Van de Gelder Rudolph. Oh, isn't this lovely? Here's some white meat for you. Yes. Some dumplings. Lighter than air they are, yes. And a nice little wingy for you. And some giblets, very tender and very good for you, too. No, Horace, as I said before, you go your way and I'll go mine. Now start right in on the wine. I'm sure you'll feel better at once. However, since you brought the matter up, there is one more thing I am going to say.
I didn't bring the matter up at all.
One more thing I'm going to say before we forget all about it. It's true. I'm a woman who likes to know everything that's going on, that likes to manage things. However, I would not like to manage anything as out of control as your household. You'll have to do that yourself. God helping you.
It's not out of control.
Very well, I won't say another word about it. Have some beets, Horace. They're good.
I don't like beets.
That's good. No, a complaining, quarrelsome, friendless soul like you is no sort of companion for me. You salt your beets, and I'll salt mine.
Will you stop saying that?
I won't say another word.
Good.
Except this. At your age, Horace, you ought to enjoy hearing the honest truth.
My age. You're always talking about my age.
Well, I don't know what your age is, but I do know that up in Yonkers with bad food and bad temper, you'll double it in 6 months. Have some more beets. They're good.
I don't like beets. I hate beets.
That's nice. Yes, the pity of it is you could be a perfectly charming, witty, amiable man if you wanted to.
I don't want to be charming.
But you are, Horace. hide it. Now sit down and let's talk of something else. But before we change the subject, there is one more thing I am going to say.
I don't want to hear it, and you're wasting your time, Dolly Levi. I won't ask you to marry me.
I suppose that means you want me to ask you. Well, I'm sorry, Horace, I'm turning you down.
How can you take me down when I haven't asked anything?
It's no use arguing. I've made up your mind. Here, let me cut your wings.
I got a headache. I'm going back to my hotel.
Oh, you can't go now. The dance competition's just about to begin.
Yeah, here's the money to pay for the dinner. Here's $20. Wait a minute. There's nothing in there but a quarter, 6 dimes, 5 pennies, and a button. This isn't my place. I've lost my place.
Impossible. I can't imagine you without your purse.
Barnaby, that purse you found? It's Vandergelder's. Cornelius, we better get out of here.
What am I going to do? I've never been here before. They don't know me. Stop eating that turkey. I can't pay for it.
Horace, it's the latest thing, a polka. And there's someone in the dance competition I particularly want you to see. Rudolph, move our table right down front so Mr. Vandergelder can better observe his graceful movements.
You heard Mrs. Levi. This is the only way to show your uncle we mean business. Now dance.
Wait a minute. That man, they're dancing.
Isn't he wonderful? With talent like that, he's sure to win the solid gold cup.
Perfectly wonderful evening, but I'm afraid we're going to have to cut it a bit short.
Oh, Minnie, your polka! Cornelius, I simply must have one dance.
But Vandergelder, we've got to go!
We will go! We'll dance our way out!
Oh!
Yes!
Oh, Mr. Vandergelder!
Barnaby Tucker!
Mr. Vandergelder!
Ermengarde!
Mr. Vandergelder, I can explain everything!
I don't want to hear any explanations. You're fired. Ermengarde, what in heaven's name do you think you're doing?
I beg your pardon, sir.
Out of my way!
all charged with disturbing the peace, assault and battery, inciting to riot, and several other equally serious violations of the laws of this city. Is there anyone here to speak on your behalf? I say, is there anyone here to speak on your behalf?
Mrs. Dolly Levi, Counselor at Law.
Your Honor, the defense rests. I ask for freedom for my clients and a verdict of guilty for the only real culprit, Horace Vandergelder of Yonkers, New York.
Dolly!
The one man responsible for these grievous charges of willful destruction of private property.
A curtain torn, a Veta bruised, und a solid gold cup bent!
Yeah. Cruelty to a poor unfortunate minor. Would you mind repeating that, dear?
Begging your pardon, Mrs. Levi, but if it please the court, I have something to say.
I was just about to call on you, Mr. Hackle. Go right ahead.
If you dare to testify against me, you'll be discharged.
You've already done that, Mr. Vandergelder.
I'll do it again.
You've done it again, too. But even if you hadn't, I still say what I have to say. Your Honor, I don't know much about disturbing the peace or inciting to riot, but I do know that what happened to me today, which is the most important thing that can happen to a man, might not have ever happened had I obeyed your orders and stayed in Yonkers, New York. Your Honor, I'm talking about none other than love. Oh.
What? You're trying to tell me that after 33 years you've fallen in love because you take one evening off?
No, Mr. Vandergelder, I didn't fall in love with Mrs. Irene Malloy in just an evening. An hour? No, even that's too long. What's less than a minute?
A second.
Less than that.
A moment.
That's it. I'll go slowly so you can get it all down. It only takes a moment for your eyes to meet, and then your heart knows in a moment you will never be alone again. I held her for an instant, but my arms fell wonderful things. There I sat, cooped up in Yonkers for years and years while wonderful people like Mrs. Malloy were walking around, and I didn't know them at all. I don't know whether you all can see from where you're sitting. For instance, the way her eye, forehead, and cheek come together up here. Can you? I tell you right now, a fine woman is the greatest work of God on earth. You can talk all you like about Niagara Falls and the pyramids. They aren't in it at all. Of course, I've seen women before, but today I talked to one. Equal to equal. And they are so different than men. Everything they say and do makes you want to laugh all the time. And they're awfully mysterious, too. I bet you could know a woman 100 years without ever being really sure whether she liked you or not. Today, I've lost so many things. My job, my future, everything people think is important, but I don't care. Even if I have to dig ditches for the rest of my life, I'll be a ditch digger that once had a wonderful day.
I missed a few words back there, Mr. Hackle. Right after it only.
Takes a moment, but his arms so sure and strong. It only takes a moment.
He held me for an instant, but his arms held safe and strong. It only takes a moment to be loved a whole life long.
And that is all that love's about.
And we'll recall when time runs out that it only took a moment to be loved a whole life
Dismissed. You're all dismissed. You're all free, my children, and bless you. Yes, you're all dismissed. All except Horace Vandergelder of Yonkers, New York.
You can see the prisoner now, Mrs. Levi.
Thank you. Well, Horace, there's your life. Without niece, without clerks, without bride, and without your purse. Looks like there's only one thing left to say.
If it's to ask me to marry you, Dolly Gallagher, never, not in a million years, under no circumstances will I ever marry you.
Oh, that wasn't it at all, Horace. All I wanted to say to you was, goodbye.
What?
Goodbye.
Now hold on, Dolly.
It's too late, Horace. I've failed. And when a woman fails, there's nothing else she can say.
Wait,
but
hey.
goodbye. 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 Don't try to stop me, Horace. Please. Wave your little hand and whisper, so long, dearie, you ain't gonna see me anymore. But when you discover that your life is dreary, don't you come a knocking at my door. For I'll be all dolled up and singing that song that says, you dog, I told you so. So wave your little hand and whisper, so long, dearie, dearie, should have said, so long ago. You treated me so rotten and rough, I had enough of feeling alone. So wave your little hand and whisper, so long, dearie, dearie, should have said, so long ago. For I can hear that choo-choo calling me on to a fancy new address. Oh Lord, I hear that choo-choo calling me on board that happiness express. I'm gonna learn the hoochie coo and smoke a cigarette. I'm going as far away from Yonkers as a girl can get. So, and on those cold winter nights, Horace, snuggle up to that old cashew register. It's a little lumpy, but it rings. Don't come on knocking, I'll be all dolled up and sing that song that says you dolled. I told you so. So, Horace, you will find your life a sad old story when you see your Dolly shuffle on to glory. Oh, I should have said so long. So long ago.
I wouldn't marry you, Dolly Levi, if you were the last woman on earth. Not if you asked me 1,000,000 times. I didn't need you before, and I don't need you now. Dolly Levi, you go your way, and I'll go mine. Ah! Dolly! Dolly! So it's you, is it, Mr. Hackle? Come crawling back, ain't you?
No, Mr. Vandegelder, I've come to collect my $146.35. You see, I've decided to go into business for myself. And since the only business I know is hay and feed, I've decided to open my own store.
And Cornelius has found the perfect location, right across the street from you.
So you think you can compete with Vandegelders, do you? Well, just you try. Another one come crawling back. Is it? What do you want?
My back salary for the past 4 months, $6.
And 12 cents.
You can't do this to me, any of you. I'll go to the courts. I'll get lawyers. I'll...
Why, Horace Vandegelders, I live and breathe if you aren't handsome in that outfit. So few men nowadays have the courage to wear fawn yellow and puce.
Robin Gallagher!
I know exactly what you're going to say, Horace. You're not satisfied with Ernestina. Well, I have another girl for you, the ideal wife. But you're doing something. Don't let me interrupt you. What were you doing?
Getting Cornelius's money, Dolly. $146.
And 35 cents.
Plus $6.
And 12 cents.
Of mine.
And the money my mama left me.
$52.48.
38!
48.
All right. If it's the money you want, the safe is upstairs. Come on.
Upstairs?
Take the carpets. Take the furniture.
Money, 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 money. Mr. Vandegelder's money. It's like the sun we walk under. It can kill or cure. Vandegelder's never tired of saying that most people in the world are fools, and in a way he's right, isn't he? Himself, Irene, Cornelius, myself. We're all fools in danger of destroying the world with our folly. But the surest way to keep us from that harm is to give us the 4 or 5 human pleasures that are our right in the world. And that takes a little money. Now the difference between a little money and no money at all is enormous and can shatter the world. And the difference between a little money and an enormous amount of money is very slight, and that can shatter the world too. It's all in how you use it. As my late husband, Ephraim Levi, used to say, money, pardon the expression, is like manure. It's not worth a thing unless it's spread around, encouraging young things to grow. Anyhow, That's the opinion of the second Mrs. Horace Van de Gelder. Which reminds me, Ephraim, I'm ready for that side.
Don't just stand there. That goes upstairs.
Well, Horace, as I said before, I found you the ideal wife.
Dolly Gallagher, I don't want you to find me no ideal wives. If I want an ideal wife, I'll find one of my own. And I found her. And it's you. Damn it!
Horace!
I know. I've been a fool about Mrs. Malloy and that other woman. Dolly, forgive me and marry me.
Horace, stop right there.
What do you mean?
You know as well as I do you are the first citizen of Yonkers, and your wife would have to be a somebody. Answer me. Am I a somebody?
You are a wonderful woman.
Oh, you're partial. No, it won't be enough for you to load your wife with money and jewels and to insist that she be a benefactress to half the town. She'd have to be a credit to you, too. Tell me, do you think I have it in me to be a credit to you?
Darling, everybody knows that you could do anything you wanted to do.
Well, I'll try, Horace. With your help, I'll try. And by the way, I found your purse.
Where did you... Wonderful woman!
It just walked into my hands. I don't know how I do it. Sometimes I frighten myself. Take it, Horace. Money walks out of my hands, too.
Keep it, Dolly.
Horace, I never thought I'd ever hear you say a thing like that. And by the way, it's bad business letting Cornelius open a store right across the street from you. Better to take him back and let him be your partner.
Partner?
Yes, and Barnaby can have Cornelius' old job.
Oh, now, see here, Dolly.
That way we'll all be together so we can dance at Ermengarde's wedding.
That does it, Dolly. You've gone too far. I'll dance at no weddings. And besides, I don't know how. And it would take me weeks, months, years to... All right, I'll dance. Whoa. That front room, idiot. Don't just stand there. What are you waiting for?
Horace Van de Gelder, what is going on up there?
Oh, nothing. I just thought I'd have that front room done over in blue wallpaper. Now, I know the old paper ain't worn out yet, but that fella just set up in business, and he needs a good start. You see, Dolly, I've always felt that money, pardon the expression, is like manure. It's not worth a thing unless...
Thank you, Ephraim.
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you here where you belong. I never knew, darling, without you, darling, life was awfully flat, and more than that was awfully wrong.
I'm staying where I'm at, Horace. Dolly, you'll never go away.
Wonderful woman!
Again.